What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. So excited about this video. If you're new to us
and we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
And almost as soon as he heard my voice, he just stopped shaking and sits up. And I'm scared because he was a quiet emo kid, and in a school setting, it's common knowledge not to anger those types. He turns around and stares bullets at me. With tears in his eyes, he looks at me and says, "Oh yeah? And you look like you..."
Yo,
there's a lot of terminology I heard growing up in the South that I didn't realize was weird until I left the South. Like, this is a pecan, this is called an eye, not a burner, and fixing means I'm gonna fix something, but fixin means I'm about to do something. The last two letters matter, and since we're on the topic of Southern terminology, it's kind of like the N-word. I know the title says growing up black, but it really could say growing up looking exorbitantly different from everyone in your relative vicinity, but that title's long, and I probably can't spell it. Oh. You just like me for real. I'm not gonna completely bag on my upbringing. The South does have some charm to it. There's something charming about seeing cows on the road. There's something charming about how the food clogs your arteries. Southern hospitality in general is charming. Off the strength of me spending most of—
Time out. What he's saying, it can be looked at as weird, but he ain't lying. It is charming. Like when you pull up and you see like a horse or a cow on the road, most people are like, "Oh look," and they want to stop.
Yeah, and
me personally, take pictures. I'll feed the horses. Like they'll eat the grass if you feed it to them.
Well, you
what
come from a line of cowboys, so.
What else did he mention? The Southern hospitality. What was the one in the middle?
The words. That wasn't in the middle. That was in the beginning.
Nah, hold on. Here it is. Right.
Charming about seeing cows on the road. There's something charming.
Oh, the food clogging your arteries. Oh. Y'all talk about us being all obese and stuff.
But you can prepare it healthier.
Because the food that we cook out here in the South, top tier.
Yeah, you could just use substitutes
top
for
tier.
Things.
Big facts.
You know, but you know, sometimes we don't want to use the substitute.
Nah.
We want the bacon fat.
That's Lord. The only one we defend. The who?
The Lord.
That's the only one we defend when it comes to the bacon. Everybody else, like, y'all do y'all thing, but like we little bacon here and we clear. Everything else is like, nah, we ain't gonna mess with that.
Yeah. Then
the Southern hospitality, we talk about that.
Top tier.
Top tier.
You're always gonna feel welcomed, okay?
Yeah. But some people look overly welcome. Yeah. Some people's like, "Oh, you look overly welcome."
Right.
You're doing a little too much hugging. Back it up.
Back it up.
Okay.
About how the food clogs your arteries. Southern hospitality in general is charming. Off the strength of me spending most of my life in South Carolina, one of the main compliments I get is how polite I am. I mean, that's just the culture. The South is valid. But growing up black in the South, it's like accidentally walking into the girls' locker room and not leaving. Oh, dang. He just like me for real. Like, I feel like I'm not supposed to be here, but I'm here. Like, I'd be with a group of people and then someone would say something that just reminds me, oh yeah,
we're in the South.
Y'all don't like me. I remember I was roasting this emo kid out named Shane with my white friend out named Ben. We're all joking. I had one roast, but Ben was definitely putting in the most work, eventually making Shane almost cry, which, as someone who was bullied, you can't do that. You're not supposed to give the bully the reaction he wants, because when Ben saw Shane's lip quiver, man, that was raps from there. Ben starts going crazy, man.
Bro, look at your emo ass, bro. You know that y'all that bigger king was my bigger queen.
Like, he's definitely using 100% of his brain to come up with these jokes. Mind you, I stopped when Shane started crying, because roasting someone who's going...
Bro, he ain't lying. It's like, that some kids that be on there, you just know, like, I don't want to see them top tier angry.
I don't want to deal with the consequences of that at school.
That little black book come out. My name, just saying.
I ain't dealing with that.
Just feels wrong to me. But then I thought of a joke. And if there's one thing about Yo-Yo 808, I'm gonna always get my joke off. The joke I said was stupid. I say something like, "Yo, you look like JoJo from Horton Hears a Who." And almost as soon as he heard my voice, he just stopped shaking and sits up. And I'm scared because he was a quiet emo kid. And in a school setting, it's common knowledge not to anger those types. He turns around and stares bullets at me. Oh. You just like me. With tears in his eyes, he looks at me and says, "Oh yeah? And you look like you swing from trees." And he turns back around and I'm just like, That's it? Like you're not gonna make a joke about Ben? I didn't realize Friendly Fire wasn't on. Like, the dude got roasted by Ben for 10 minutes and only managed to muster a singular black joke. I quiet as like why did he come up with that so fast? Okay, so bro. Fast. Things like that
so
would happen. It would just remind me, oh yeah. Y'all don't like me for real. But the argument could be made. I was asking for it, I had it coming. We should have been roasting him, but man, I'll call
for a joke like that. Listen, all you gotta do is go home and your whole family gonna be up to the school. But then again, I went to predominantly black schools, so I ain't deal with that like that. And the people we were around, they had like nobody crossed that boundary.
Yeah, they knew.
That ain't no joke.
It's not a joke. It's like, why is that on your heart? To say.
Babe.
Why would you come out that easily with that type of line?
For so fast.
So easy.
Babe, you remember when the Gina 6 thing happened? People was driving up there. I never even heard of Jenna before that happened.
Yeah, right.
People from all over was driving up there, so we don't play about that.
Unnecessary strays too, man. I mean, this other time I was drawing in class and I look over and see this kid drawing Roxas from Kingdom Hearts right next to me, and this got me excited because I was a nerd in middle school. I don't remember what I was drawing, but it was definitely either Goku or Sonic or something. I tap him like, bro, are you drawing Roxas? And he's like, yeah, I am. But is that Sonic? And after that, we just start talking about video games and stuff, and I pull up my phone to show him my art. Dude, that's so cool. Let me show you some of my stuff. He then whips out his phone to show me his art. He unlocks it, and I see a group chat of some sort. It had to have been like Discord or like Kick or something. He leans over to show me, and I see nothing but hard ERs and certain World War II German symbols. It was like 10 people in there too. Bro was the Nick Fury of racism. I gotta put it into perspective, bro. It was 2012, aka the Harlem Renaissance of internet racism. I mean, Call of Duty lobbies was going crazy. iFunny, bro. This chat was popping, and I look over at bro expecting him to explain himself, and he is just casually swiping like I'm not seeing what I'm seeing. Oh shoot, my bad. Hold on. Here it is. This is my art. And then he just starts showing me his art like I didn't just see the prejudice patrolling his phone. If that's not a stray, I really don't know what it is. Like, I've also had people cross the road to not walk past me before, but you're more of a coward than a racist. I don't care how much I dislike you. I'm not looking both ways and jogging to avoid you. A Klansman could be walking in front of me and I'ma still go. Why? Because they fell off. I know they put up 2016 gold.
Listen.
Dude, funny, bro.
I thought this was going to be about other stuff. Not
being black in the South.
I mean,
we all have like brackets to a certain reality that we can speak highly about. And I'm saying highly as in with emphasis and talk for days. And this is one of those topics.
Yeah, I've had racist experiences, but it was rarely at school. Like, I could think of maybe one at school, but dang. Where you from? South Carolina?
Bro, South Carolina. Yeah. South Carolina was hard in one time period. You think about it.
Yeah, but listen, once you know yourself, know your people's history, you look at life differently.
You do.
You know, he's talking about still in high school days and middle school, whatever school days. But jogging over to another side of the street. Yeah. Baby, that ain't in law no more. I ain't doing that. And I'm not moving.
But you gotta also think about it like, what if people not up to speed with history? And then they come across these things and they're not thinking twice about it.
They're just doing what they were taught to do. Because, you know,
the accepting of it, you know what I'm saying?
Right. We were taught to let them pass.
Shy by it and just like let it be what it be. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And most people don't really put much thought into it until they get older and they start to read a book or two, and then they be like, hold on.
Well, I gotta.
Dang, all my life I've been tripping. Like, it be on some type of time like that.
Yeah.
State numbers back then, but now the only time I see them is on YouTube interviews with black interviewers. Like, so not only are you cordially talking to your ops, but you also got the same clout levels as a drunk girl on 6th Street, gang. I mean, maybe if your inky blinky pinky ass uniform was more efficient, you would have put up better numbers. Who was in a room cutting holes in bed sheets like, oh yeah, Lester's gonna love this one. Man, if you don't get your dunce cap built ass, is that a ghost ass fit out of my face? And ooh, I'm getting hot now. Who thought to call y'all wizards, bro? That shit is goofy. But now I live in Austin. It's still the South, but it's not the South. It's a different brand of racism. It's less ill, don't touch me, and more can I touch your hair. You know what I'm saying? I remember this one time I was on a date with this girl. I pick her up and we get to the topic of music, and I ask her what her favorite genres are. And with enthusiasm, she says rap. So I ask her who her favorite artist is right now, and she says Lil Baby. So I connect her phone to my Bluetooth and tell her to DJ. I start driving and I'm not hearing anything, so I glance over and see this girl is looking up Lil Baby in Apple Music search. But like, Lil Baby is your favorite artist, why don't you have songs saved? So I jokingly ask her that, and her response is literally, well, I've never listened to him, to be honest. I just wanted to relate to you.
Oh, that's fair.
She never even asked what my favorite genre is. It's rap. But I listen to other things too. Like, the icing on the cake of this whole situation is, I don't even listen to Lil Baby like that. South is funny, man, but I just be catching mad shots.
That was a stretch.
He just like me for real.
Fuck you, yo-yo.
I'm not sure.
Fuck you. They on Sean and
yeah, that's a rap. You said that was cute. I think that was a stretch. I feel like she was trying to relate, which is understandable. People have the right to want to do that. But if you don't, like, at all, that's like, basically to me, it's like a stereotype, a hard one. It is. It's like a stereotype. It could be innocent at some point.
It was a stereotype, but she tried to relate. The step is her getting in the car with him. Baby, if this was about 30, 40 years back, that wouldn't have happened. Nah. They would have to sneak.
Yeah.
In Austin, Texas.
We know how they was getting down.
I don't know. I thought this was going to go like a different direction. I didn't know he was just... Baby, he stayed on it. Okay. Yeah. It was funny. You know, it could be traumatizing to some people hearing this. Yeah. You know, but I mean, growing up in the South, y'all know we from the South. We rep it hard, you know. And sometimes I be like, why we rep it so hard? Because the South has a past.
I mean, it's where you from. You know what I'm saying? You got to put on from where you from. That's just how it is. You had an era where you grew and you experienced life, and it was your experiences. So you're going to represent where you come from. You ain't going to just say, I'm done with that. Let me start here and say, this is where I'm from.
Yeah. We have like a pride, too.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't realize how prideful we were until we moved to Texas.
Yeah, because then you start to see what things aren't like, and then you start trying to compare, be like, I don't have this out here, like I have back at home.
Right. Growing up in the South, it's cool. You know, we still in the South, but it's cool. You know, they have some racist people. They have a lot of racist people, but they ain't gonna bother you too much. You
got to be one of them ones that, like, I don't know, like, you just got to have your story in line to have that conversation about people having racial slurs to you or racial comments or things like that, or finding someone with a group chat having N-word all day. That's different. One famous one is having someone cross the street or walk on the opposite side because they don't want to walk past you. That's very famous.
Or, you know, being in a store and they trying to say that you're stealing or something.
Yeah, they watch you from afar.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like I would say like our childhood and our parents' upbringing. It's not that in your face, you know. Yeah. Shout out to the South, man. It's cool. South is all that. You know. All right, y'all. We hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon. Peace.